Namaskar, my dear seniors, parents, guests, faculty, and all those who are seeing this program across the globe, not only in India but in many countries. Hope all of you are safe and healthy. I take this opportunity to welcome each one of you to the first ever e-summer camp organized by SAI International School. Corona pandemic has brought a lockdown for each one of us for almost the last 70 days. Today is the first day of Unlock 1.0. Slowly normalcy will prevail. Hopefully, schools will reopen in the month of July. That's what we heard from the announcements. Lockdown taught each one of us a new normal to everything. I think life will never be the same again. There will be new normal, new opportunities in every aspect of life. This will be called as new normal. Schools will undergo huge transformation. Future of education shall be a blend of technology. Schools will have to invest heavily into technology. A huge infrastructural development in the technology, software as well as hardware, as well as retraining of the entire faculty, students, parents, that will bring a huge digital dimension to each school. But today, I am so very glad that almost 5,500 children are joining this e-summer camp. And particularly today's expert session, I see already more than 20,000 people have joined. May all the parents, all my seniors, guests, their relatives, and many people across the globe have joined for this e-summer camp expert session. Success of this experiment for SAI family will bring a new dimension into what we are doing. It will give us a scope to retrain ourselves in holding such e-conferences, e-seminars, and e-learning. We'll be able to connect with the best of the teaching facilities across the globe. Tomorrow we may tie up with Harvard, tie up with the best universities like Wharton, maybe like Stanford, maybe Singapore, NUS, NTU, maybe Oxford, and great teachers, not only to train our teachers but also to enrich our children through technology. The world has become much closer, and this is what the pandemic has given us. And I am sure this experiment is going to give us greater opportunity. Today, we will be inaugurating the first evening session of this summer camp with the first expert session, and it will be inaugurated in the hands of our Revered Guruji Dr.C.B Satpathy. He is my mentor. He is associated, and I am associated with him for the last 25 years. In the last 25 years, he took me to Sri Sai Baba at Sirdi. He taught me the true meaning of the word Shraddha and Saburi. He explained me how to practice Shraddha and Saburi. If you see the entry gate of arts, both Shraddha and Saburi is written, and after that it's written devotion and excellence, because we feel devotion and excellence is built in every child of our school. We are so very fortunate to have Guruji Dr.C.B Satpathy not only to inaugurate this first ever expert session, but also to address and bless each one of us in this e-seminar. I am extremely happy that we are having him. I take this opportunity to play a short video that will provide a glimpse of his spiritual journey. Let's all watch this small video.
Dr. Chandrabhanu Satpathy is a notable philosopher, author, humanitarian and spiritual thinker. Born on the 14th of January 1948 in India, he hails from a family of academicians and civil servants. After completing his master's in political science, he taught the subject in a leading college under Delhi University. In 1972, he was selected for the prestigious Indian Police Service. Conferred with 3 awards by the President of India: Police Medal for Gallantry, Police Medal for Meritorious Services, and Police Medal for Distinguished Service. Dr. Satpathy has chosen the medium of writing books, delivering speeches, encouraging Indian classical and devotional music, and also assimilating and amalgamating different cultures across continents. Many notable artists, dance and cultural groups have been encouraged by him at various forums from time to time. Influenced by the great spiritual personalities of India like Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa and Swami Vivekananda, particularly Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi, he utilized his time and energy to carry on with humanitarian activities. He has constantly endeavored for the welfare of the society, and particularly the underprivileged. He is the founder patron of Shirdi Sai Global Foundation, Haryana, that has worked extensively in the area of relief and rehabilitation during natural disasters, helping more than 30,000 families till date. He is the patron and guide of Swabhiman, Odisha, a society dedicated for the welfare of the differently abled that has helped more than 20,000 differently abled children and youth. But 200 spiritual and philanthropic centers created by Dr. Satpathy across India and other countries like USA, New Zealand, Australia, UK, Canada, South Africa, and few countries in Europe are engaged in charitable and philanthropic activities like conducting health camps, distributing food and clothing to the needy, and running charitable dispensaries, helping about 300,000 people every year. To look after the health of animals, he created veterinary dispensaries, giving free treatment to the distressed ones. He is the founder patron of 3 leading educational institutions engaged in providing value-based education with international affiliation and student exchange programs, including free education for the poor and needy. For his scholastic achievements, he has been conferred with honoris causa from 5 Indian universities. Many prominent personalities of India have appreciated and recognized Dr. Satpathy's contribution for humanity and the society.
Under the guidance of Dr. Satpathy ji, Shirdi Sai Global Foundation not only undertakes different philanthropic activities such as humanitarian support during natural calamities, health and education service to the poor, infirm and destitute, but as part of the centenary celebrations, the Foundation's call to everyone to create global Sai consciousness so as to carry such philanthropic activities in a cooperative manner is indeed praiseworthy.
Besides receiving a large number of honors and recognitions in India, Dr. Satpathy has also been internationally recognized for promoting Indian culture, humanism and spirituality. Recognizing the role of Dr. Satpathy towards spreading core values of peace, respect and compassion towards all, Dr. Satpathy was invited by the US House of Representatives through the House Chaplain to open the House of Representatives session on June the 24th, 2015 as guest chaplain. This is a unique honor ever bestowed upon an Indian citizen in its 228 years of history.
O Lord, by your will, we are born in different nations, speak different languages, and follow different religions and cultures. Yet we are all your children and ever grateful for your love and protection. Evoke in us pious thoughts and feelings to shun all hatred and violence and become worthy of your services. Bless our future generations to imbibe this spirit of love, sacrifice, and cooperation. Guide us in following saints like Shirdi Sai Baba, who proclaimed in Hindi, Sabka Malik Ek, meaning God is the master of all. Inspire us as your trustees to nourish and protect the world around us to sustain all life. Guide us along the ethical and holistic path of self-control, purity of purpose, and dedication enshrined in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. O Lord, bless this august assembly and this nation in performing its national and global responsibilities towards furthering the cause of humanity. Om.
On this historic event, Congressman Jim McDermott said,
"It's my privilege this morning to welcome our guest chaplain, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy, and I can't think of a time when the values of peace, respect, and compassion are needed more here in our own country and in other parts of the world. Dr. Satpathy's moving invocation this morning serves as a motivation to each of us gathered here to always remember what ultimately unites us far outweighs what divides us, regardless of language, culture, or creed."
We can experience God here and now. If you see a person starving to death, all we need is to feed him with a piece of bread. Only praying won't do at that moment. God comes to the starved being in the form of a piece of loaf. After taking the bread, he thanks God.
That was a short profile video of Guruji. But if I start telling the 25 years of experience of Guruji and the miracles that I have seen in my own eyes, probably that will require 20-30 episodes. So it's not possible probably to tell you everything today. So without any further delay, may I request Revered Guruji to please enlighten us, bless us, and tell us how to face this pandemic, how to bring quality education, how to engage our children and build them for the future, how our children can be future ready. Guruji, please.
Jai Shri Sai. Thank you, Shri Vijay Kumar Sahu and Srimati Shilpi Sahu, for calling me to interact with you on this day. I think I should be addressing the teachers, the principal, the faculty, the parents, the students, the staff, the guests, and also the print, audio, video, visual participants that are here for encouraging this program, a virtual online program which has specifically been designed to meet with the education system of the present day corona restrictions. In fact, I know this school before its inception, starting from the idea, the land, the building, the programs. It has gone a long way in 10 years. It has gone a long way. It is one of the 3 best day boarding schools in India. It has got international affiliation to various Western universities, student exchange program, teachers exchange program, your affiliations also, and surprised to know that 100% of the CBSE has turned first class, got first class in all the exams so far, and there is 100% placement of students going out of here. This not only speaks of the qualitative education, but also the reputation this particular school is having nationally and internationally as of today. Today is a great day because every year, though, the summer camp for students began on the 1st June, but that used to be limited. It was not online virtual. Given the COVID-19 situation, the institution has taken the initiative to launch virtual online courses. Its first one was tried earlier. This second one, which the launching has got various other aspects. This particular, when I'm talking like this with you, I'm given to understand that the participants would be about 6,000 students, 12,000 parents, averaging about 1,200 staff. That's a big number, around 20,000. Prominent speakers coming from various places to address the issues. This will give an opportunity for all, including me, to think and understand on how we yet continue the educational excellence through technology and online, notwithstanding that we are restricted to move out of home. I'm happy to learn, as I've said, the SAI Cloud School, as they call it, is being launched today. It has got innovative educational platform, online, virtual in one of the aspects. How did it go? How will the students interact with each other? What is the process or the module or the schedule of this education? Is to give short notes, then video chats, relevant videos and teachings with short notes. That is the first thing. Then question answers. Teachers will have to participate, and they will use Google Hangouts for that purpose. It's a very innovative idea. I think other schools will also soon follow this as an example. The school is not closed. The building of the school is closed because the students and the teachers will have face-to-face interaction, question answering, and communication they need to do. Also, then the students at home, hitherto, the parents did not know what was the teaching between the students and the teachers. Now, they can also join, along with the students, to know on the side what is exactly being taught, have an idea about how their education system is going, and can also, therefore, as mature people, citizens, can give their views, not only to the students, but to the teachers and also to the institution management, how to improve upon it. That is there's a nice way of building a new system for it. But now that you have the time, how to spend that time exactly in the most profitable way? I understand the children must be feeling miserable because the new minds trying to explore things are no more allowed to explore because they are restricted physically. But then, and by social distancing and social restriction, but this is not a mind restriction. It is not saying that you disseminate thinking process from others. Internet is there, communication system is there. We can always use whatever is with us for communication, and education means communication. That is the key thing to be understood. The other thing about this coronavirus is that it is creating a new sort of a civilization. Not that complete new civilization, it has carried a way of life in which we have to think for future a new way of life, given the experience. And in that, education has to also to play a certain part, how the education system has to grow, given that one. For example, today, today is a real-time education situation. All education is skill, attitude and knowledge. This is actually life's learning in 3-4 months what the human civilization has learned. And let us examine each of us, even I, what I have learned. I never learned in 70 years that this could be so. Many of you who are elder to me, some of you who are parents, could be children, never knew. Everybody is facing a new situation. Today's knowledge for children, you can't separate their life's knowledge from their curriculum system. We have seen students, an intelligent generation that has come with a lot of knowledge, which we could not imagine. Their brain is sharper, a lot of expectations. They see horizons all around. They find concepts which 50 or 60 years back I could never think, and many of us could not. We don't have to ask them to think the way we want about every detail. For example, we used to say 7 into 7 to 49, or go and multiply 4 digits to 4 digits. They don't have to. They got this calculators there, or certain things like this. Whole point is that how to convert this extra knowledge. Knowledge without wisdom creates problem. And it takes time for knowledge to convert to wisdom. For example, it takes now, with so much of information, knowledge, they don't know where to go sometimes. They question, they ask. That is one of the important things. They question what is their situation in a home. They question their situation in the society. They question their situation in relation to various relations in life, in the academia, in the field. Everybody are questioning because knowledge is there. Now, how to convert it to wisdom? What are the factors to convert it to wisdom in a particular way? So the parents come in, the teachers come in, and the society as a general comes in, the writers come in, everybody comes in here. Today, a student, let us say, typical life of a student, gets up in the morning, there's an online class, or somewhere like cover class, gets ready, sits before the computer. And then whatever notes are given, whatever the teacher says, he or she notes it down, and there's some homework is given to do it. Sets it in time, and it is all computer based or time based. That is what they are doing. But then other things like, for example, the students who do exercise, like I've told you, some institutions are also creating exercises, online exercises, maybe yogic exercise, maybe some sort of mental games. This can also be done to keep them comfortable because they can't go to malls, which they are so fond of. They can't go to picture halls. Young generation goes to mall. They cannot go to swimming pools. They cannot go to clubs. I mean, even the temples, if they are religious, they cannot go. Even to their relatives, they can't go, whether they are allowed to go. Only remaining within house confined to the parents. Here now there are two things. How to convert this situation to make it more comfortable for them to live and comfortable to pursue the study with the use of the modern technique without disturbance. That is the whole issue coming here. Unless they are comfortable at home, today house and education system are combining. Earlier they went for 8 hours, the house has nothing to do. But today they are staying in the house for those period of time if they are not normal or comfortable. With mother moving there, father moving there, 3 children moving there. These situations were not in the schools and colleges before. There were many other factors. If you have an animal, that one is barking, somebody knocking. With that, how to create a situation? For that, the home cooperative situation has to come in. So this particular culture, and we do namaskar, don't touch the leg, and we have food of keeping the chappal outside. Not everything gets in. So this domestic life condition where the parents and children got into one place, they checkmated each other. They had our old value, which actually saved us, one of the reasons. Whereas in other countries, even knowing they had no choice but to go to outside hotel suite, They had to pick up pizza from here. They had to pick up steak from here. They had to shake hand from here. They had to give a credit card there. They just start moving. They had to take their car or a cab, whatever. So physical movement and proximity was much more for a few days. By the time it got contaminated, they didn't know what to do. But well, thanks to our leadership, whatever, that we are completely contaminated, we are decontaminated, and the necessities were provided by the family. So the value of the family system of India must be appreciated, and that's one of the reasons why we have, that's my personal view. I would like to clarify one thing from the beginning. Ever since Macaulay introduced the vernacular education system in India, it was for creating babus basically, for the language of the British Empire, knowing English and running the files. Things have changed. It is no more a colonial empire. It was a shame to be called a barber. It was a shame to be called a carpenter. Today it is not so. The entire education is becoming mostly skill-based. And children, there is no shame if one becomes a chauffeur. Nothing wrong. For example, chefs, one day will take his chef, will look down upon. Nobody says they are praised. So today's education, what they are giving is more practical, utilitarian. Leave aside the research part, where completed research, NASA, space science, etc., molecular, etc., micromolecular skill. If one is good at any of these skills, one would definitely prosper and more. That is one thing. And the children are getting this attitude now. Number two, they want to earn early. Therefore, they go for internships. Earlier, in my time, when I was doing masters at Delhi University, I could not think of an internship. But now, market is open for internship. So therefore, they're able to earn little money and be independent early. See, that is why, since they can earn the money and they have know all the use of the equipment, which I did not know. In fact, I would suggest that all the parents and teachers should take education, like adult education, like I have been taking, to learn about the use of these equipments. Some of them are misused, but if they don't learn the use of the machine, they cannot find the market. How do they fill up forms even? They cannot do banking system, form system, movement system, logistics system, housing, education, everything is there. They are updating themselves. And therefore they are saving their time, and they are much more skilled than what our generation was at that time. At least I can admit for myself. Then, after skill education, they want to have an independent mind. They know that if they can earn, they know they can somehow get a job. Today market, you say there is no job, it's not that. New types of jobs are coming. For example, when everything is online, in hotels, a market, everything is online, you need boys or girls to work in those hotels and malls everywhere. Hundreds of them. Someone is reading, maybe class 12, maybe college BA. They will all take up these motorcycles and come. This particular genre of workers, skilled, they will skilled workers, it will come up. You need a lot of people to do this sort of a movement, etc. For that, I don't know how our training is exactly geared up to. And secondly, this particular, now I'll come to the parents' responsibility also. They have a lot of responsibility. Before that, I would like to see that the future education will have certain criteria. One of them will be blend of technology into online education. It has to blend. It was there, but much less, but it is now to come and stay. It will not go anymore. If you think the online everything will go away, again you will come back and sit in the class. No. The percentage of going to class and from home may differentiate. You had lesser percentage of classes at home, but now it will increase, no doubt, as the situation is. Educational technological schools, that has to be increased, which will teach skills. As I said, all these skills can be online taught. They can have some classes later on, but skills can also be taught. Parents will have to get more involved with the students' education, because they have to understand Everybody need not be necessarily like a graduate and a master's, no. They have to appreciate that today's skill pays and that understand the talent of the child and allow the child to grow in the talent, because the market is full of talent educations. Even somebody is doing a painting, little painting, good enough. Somebody, pedicure, manicure, anything you can say. We have got people coming today in India, because we don't do it. People come from Nepal, some people come from Bangladesh, they are doing work for them. Why can't the Indians do it? It is paying these days, and there is no social disapprobation. Now this calls for not only students, but it is for the capacity building of the teachers. The teachers, so far they were teaching, but they have to build their capacity through training. They have to use a lot of time to see that they are equipped to teach the children. Because believe me, today, in every house, every child, my own child teaches me how to use certain computers. The students know much more computer than most of the teachers. Therefore, they have to learn that particular process. And what will happen in this type of working? When they are doing online examinations, they are getting indirectly ready for competition in international market. Indian students were earlier not as good in this aspect, because in Western countries, this is a part of the education of the childhood. They are much better. Now they will also get, like doing internship online, like all these things, they will get all of them. But then, now this will lead for a lot of funding, new type of the institutions have to change it, their nature, and new types of funding system has to come, because it needs money, no doubt. Now, we have to think, teachers, one, as I said, update their knowledge. Teachers, two, have to very patiently talk with the children. Teachers, three, have to prepare their notes and everything beforehand, so that in the shortest time they can do. Okay? The institution, like for example Mr. Sahu as the chairman of this, our people must see that they're given with those adequate amount of technological data or equipments, so that they are able to communicate with the teachers, and also much more equipments updated if necessary. Now the parents. Parents have three roles. One is to encourage the children to go for the new system of education online, but not make it a fad out of it. You can't just go to a park, that's not correct. There should be given some little freedom, because they have also younger generation, every generation was young at a point of time. And secondly, help the institution and the teachers to grow. Now, now that they know what the teachers are doing online, they can give their suggestions, that's fine. And that will, now all the three were stakeholders, mother, child and the teacher are already knowing. But then the institutions will now need to have also finance for that. I mean, I understand that many people were laid off during this corona, many people didn't get their salary, but then if many people didn't get salary, I also didn't get salary, he didn't get, but then we cannot completely stop paying to the institutions. Then how will the institution run after some time? On the one hand, we are wanting a changed, excellent system of education online, which needs capital inflation. On the other hand, and our money is not being spent actually, we are at home. We are not using those logistic facilities, more transport facility, POL and all those movie going and all money we are saving. So we should be kind enough to consider to support the system that is trying to rebuild this new education system. One more important thing that I must tell the students, the parents and the teachers and all that are listening to me, please help those that are trying to help us get out of corona. Please help those who are helping us to get out of corona at the risk of their lives. The doctors, the nurses, the hospital staff, the civic authority people who clean the street, the police, fire brigades, the home guards, the carriers of food, the transporters, the workers, officials of any government, non-government organization, the NGOs, the press people who are moving in everywhere to show our plight, and for cameramen, everybody. help them and abide by the rules. The first educated person will abide by the rules. An uneducated person will not, even if he understands the problems, won't abide by the rules. So all of us, even this institution itself, should abide by the strictly rules that the government and these bodies have proclaimed for saving. Imagine we are at home, let's be empathetic with our family, but these people on the street are moving, directly confronting the corona people. They have every chance. So many police officers, doctors, and nurses have got into trouble. If we don't think of them, their family, then we are less than human beings. This is the time which teaches us this. Then let us not think ourselves as atomic, esoteric individuals, all to me only, but it is that it's a wider connotation. I survive when others survive. This is what the education has given me. That is the real education of life. So, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. We can, as Sai devotees, we can pray. Baba, whosoever has any faith with any spiritual power, one has faith, one can do that. Prayer is the power for each other, not only for self. One can do it when you don't go to temple. One can do it at home. After it's a belief. And let these thoughts, good thoughts, come together to making humanity a stronger, getting out of the problem, but having a better understanding of the world around us to sustain all along with. You see, SAI International School is very dear to my heart because I've seen it growing from a baby stage to its youth now. Therefore, I would expect Mr. Sahu and your group to excel in this new education system that you are going to usher in, given the changed conditions. It's good to follow models. Good to follow models. There are so many national models. But better still to be the model. I would expect you to become that model for the new type of education system that, for at least my state and in India, by going through the various types of experiments and updations. And I think that your summer training education now for 2 weeks will definitely be successful, given the way in which you have worked so far. You are very well organized. And let the parents, teachers, students, and all the society who sees what's happening take the benefit of such an event of 2 weeks. And I praise our mentor, Sri Sai Baba, for giving with all the success. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Sai.
I wish this session would have continued for a few more hours. Each word spoken by Guruji was magical and was like nectar and has touched everyone's heart. On behalf of all my seniors, parents, faculty, guests, and all those who are watching across the globe, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Guruji for sparing his valuable time and coming online to address each one of us. All that you said, Guruji, we will definitely practice, and that will bring a huge change in the lives of not only my seniors, also to each one who was watching this. Thank you, Guruji, and we shall always remain grateful to you. Bless each one of us. That was really mesmerizing. Thank you, viewers. I was seeing the count through the various streaming that was going on of this program. The number that I could recollect is more than 22,900. That shows how many people are interested to listen to Guruji. You'll also be happy that from today till 14th, the expert sessions will be there every day at 6 p.m. And you can log on through our website, saiinternational.edu.in, saiangan.co.in, or sirs.edu.in. And as you enter the website, there will be a pop-up and you can join, or you can join by registering and we will send you the link. Thank you. God bless.